Hey, this is Bo with Focus Friday. Or what this, let me start that over. This is Bo with Focused Engagement, and it is Friday, which means we have another Focused Friday. We have Judah Dokos with us from Pure Workout. And he is going to talk a little bit about his business and what got him into that business. So, Judah, I'm just going to let you take over for right now.
All right, thanks, Bo. Yeah, like you said, my name's Judah Dokos, and I own and train and run Pure Workout in Murray, Utah. I've been doing that for 13 years now, and we're a class environment, strength and conditioning type gym. So, like I told you, something I do really unique that most gyms don't do is I always run two workouts. So I have a cardio workout and I have a strength workout. Focusing one side on strength and then the other side on cardio. So, but it's a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun for the last 13 years.
So let me ask, because you're a little bit different from, well, maybe not all the gyms that I've seen, but you don't do one-on-one, you do group, right?
I do group, but I'm kind of a jack of all trades with this. I do all kinds of stuff. So one of the big things that I've done is I've trained people for bodybuilding shows, and I've actually done a couple shows myself. So that's a big thing I do. But yeah,
you do specialty training, but I imagine group is probably what you focus on, or
yeah. I mean, the group training is my big thing. Yes, absolutely, 100%.
So how do you compete then against places like I told you earlier, Vasa Gym, which I know also does group training?
Sure. Well, we've evolved over the years. When I first started, there wasn't a whole lot of gyms like mine out there. So people were really attracted to my type of gym. And so that's kind of what made it the draw. It was something different, something cool, somewhere where people could come and do, sledgehammers and flip tires. And it just wasn't something that you were going to find at your Vasa at the time. But now I've actually, one of the things that we evolved into, we were actually one of the first gyms in Utah. Actually, we're the first gym to do the 6-week challenge. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
No.
Yeah. So we started doing 6-week challenge before anybody else. It's been pretty played out, and I don't do that anymore. But it was, where you do 6 weeks where you follow a diet, and you do our workouts every week, and you have to drop 20 pounds.
Okay.
And you put down a $500 deposit. If you drop your 20 pounds, you get the $500 back.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Was what it was. Yeah, it was a really big deal, and a lot of people started doing it in Utah just after us. So that was something that we adapted into. But to answer your question, finally get to it. What I do now that competes with Vasa isn't personable, right? You go into a Vasa and you do your own thing, and you don't really have a whole lot of people helping you. You don't necessarily know what to do. You kind of do the things that you see on YouTube or something that you've been taught over the years. But with me, I'm going to show you how to do things. I'm going to show you how to do them correctly. And we create a family environment, somewhere where you can come in and people make friends and people make a family out of it. I've had people that come to my gym that have gotten married, that have had kids, people that have become lifelong friends, and they go out and they do things together. And then as far as my training goes, I make sure that I'm helping people. I make sure I'm always engaged, making sure that they're making progress, and seeing the results that they want. And that's just something that you're not going to get at Vasa. You're not going to get that personal experience that I give you.
Awesome. And I noticed your Facebook page blows up. You got something like 17,000 followers. Did I get that number right? I'm pretty sure that was pretty close to it anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not really sure what it is, but yeah.
So let me ask you this. It's I guess maybe it's related to that, but I just found that really, really cool. So with COVID, I know gyms shut down, and a lot of even the smaller gyms like you, they all for a few months they were shut down, and they were trying to go online, to at least continue to survive. Is that something you had to do, or how did you handle that shutdown?
Well, I have online options, and then I also have. So one of the things that I transitioned into is personal coaching. So I give people that personal coaching option, and it's a pretty affordable monthly price. I don't charge like $75 an hour, $100 an hour. I charge somebody a one monthly price, and they can get workouts that I give them to do. I give them a diet, and I give them my own personal coaching. So they have my number, and they check in with me every single day, and we talk about things that they
Oh,
need, things they don't need. Yeah, so that's what
okay.
I'm talking about with the personal experience that you just don't get anywhere else. So I'm always there helping them, whether it's online or at the gym.
So even with the shutdown, then you still was able to work with your people because they would just call in and you would coach them that way.
Yeah, and I did some. This thing just makes you have to adapt. I've been doing this for 13 years, and this is the closest I've ever been to having to shut down or even to think about it. When this first happened, I thought I was done. I didn't think that I was going to survive. But one of the things I did to adapt, which is really nice to have a private gym, is I shut my classes down, but I put a code on the door, which I had to be really trusting with the people that I have. So I put a code on the door. We have a private Facebook page. I still made up the workouts every day. I did instructional videos that I put on that private page. And then people could punch in a code and come in and do the workout on their own. So they could spread
Okay.
I made it 24 access. So, you could come at 2 o'clock in the morning if you didn't want to be around anybody, is what I did. So that really helped a lot of people, and they thanked me and they appreciated me continuing to do that for them. It wasn't like we were open, but they were still allowed to come in and get their workout in.
All right. So with your Facebook page, as big as it is, have you ever done any like this, a Facebook Live type training session?
No, I've never done that. And I think it's probably something I need to get into is, I know a lot of trainers went into the Zoom, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, Zoom is
Uh,
really popular.
yeah. I, and did training that way. And it's something that I've been thinking about, and probably something I'd like to maybe get into a little bit.
I think if you was to do, even if it's just a free introductory Facebook Live training, I mean, especially as big as your Facebook following is, your page following is,
Uh-huh.
that would be an interesting one. If you want help with that, let me know. That would be fun just to do. I think that would be I'd give you my advice and see that take off. That would be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not the most tech savvy person. I've always had, my wife do, the Facebook stuff and the Instagram stuff. And, she's recently started her own business with COVID happening. And so she's gotten herself pretty busy. So she doesn't have time for my stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But I've also
The
paid.
beauty of the Facebook is, you can use just like you have it now. We're doing a Facebook Live. So whatever you're using now, that's all you need. You're
Right.
done. So
Yeah.
it's obviously not difficult.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think for me, it's just about seeing how it's done first.
sure.
And then fine.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always that hands-on type of guy. So.
Yeah, I hear. Well, I'm very visual, so I have a hard time explaining anything without being able to see it and touch it and feel it. So, or even anybody explaining it to me, I have to touch it.
Yeah.
So I get that. So
yeah, I've done the Facebook ads before, and I tried doing some of that a little bit myself, and it wasn't really the best either. I've actually paid some places to do Facebook advertising for me. So.
Sure. Well, and it's ironic because a lot of people think, well, I'll save a lot of money if I do it myself.
Yeah.
It probably actually costs you a lot more money doing it yourself than hiring a professional that knows what they're doing and can get it done quickly for you. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So what do you do to market? Do you do anything other than word of mouth?
Right now I'm just, right now it's word of mouth. Yeah. It's people, recommending me type thing right now. I don't know, maybe I have the wrong mindset about it. I don't feel like anybody wants to work out. I feel like people are too scared to come to a gym and come to a group class and be around other people. So it's like, why do I throw all this money into advertising when people aren't going to do it like they used to, So yeah, everything's right now.
It's
we're-
tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. And you know, you mentioned earlier, I served in the Marines, and we had a saying: you got to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Yep.
Right. And really, in business, sometimes you got to do the same things. You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome. You got to figure out what's going to work today. You know that you know, because of what happened yesterday. So. And it's a challenge. This has been the craziest year, I think, for just about any business ever, you know?
Oh,
so, and it's challenged our resolve, I think, a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some thought, you know, maybe I ought to just give up, and probably some did just give up, you know? But I think the perseverance that those of us that just, you know, this is what we love. You know, and I could tell that you love helping people. You get that, you know, it shows in what you're talking about here.
Absolutely, it's why I started doing what I do.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't start this for me. I started because I want to see people healthy. I enjoy helping people get healthy, and I think it's really important for people to be healthy. You know,
Yeah,
especially right now. And I actually wish they were pushing health more. You know, in the media and doctors. You know, it's so important to be healthy right now with COVID, and not only COVID, but, you know, all diseases.
Yeah.
And mentally too. It's just so much better for us mentally. You know, this COVID stuff can get us so depressed and so down. If we can get a workout in, I feel like it's one of the best.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah. So I'm not in the best shape I've ever been, but I have been working on. I actually go to another personal trainer.
Yeah.
So,
actually, that's the one video that I did watch
with KG Strength. Yeah. So I've been going to Kenny for a year and a half. I took a break during when he had to be shut down too, obviously.
Sure.
So, but you know, he's and here's the thing, and anybody that's watching this, yes, you can go to the gym on your own. Absolutely. And you may have, I mean, I am in my prime. I wrestled in high school, served in the Marines. I know how to work out. Sure. But how I worked out when I was 18 is not the same way that I need to work out now. And I tried to go to the gym on my own. For years, I tried it on my own. And I finally thought, you know, I had to swallow my pride and say, I need professional help. I need somebody that can put together a program fit for my body style now. And I got to say, I've dropped 6 inches in my waist. You know, I've lost 30 pounds, you know, and I'm not where I need to be or where I want to be, but it's because of someone like you that took that personal time. And again, I belong to Vasa, and it was the same. You know, I went there, and there was nobody there to help me. I needed somebody like you. So,
Sure.
So I guess my ramble is, anybody out there that's considering joining a gym, man, call this guy and see if he can set you up a program just for you. And that's the beauty to me of a trainer like you, is it becomes a one-on-one. It becomes a, you know, more of a dedicated session, and I'm held accountable too. That, like you said, you talk daily, and that was another big one. When you're on your own, you say, I don't want to go. But when you know that you're going to have to talk to your trainer and explain to him why you didn't go, and there's no excuses with you guys.
No.
So,
I'm not.
So, yeah.
I'm not big on excuses.
So it gives you that accountability that I needed for me, and it's really made the difference between me starting to really. My goal is by this time next year to be able to fit back into my blues. So let's see what happens there.
That's awesome. Goals are that I always tell people, you got to have a goal. Otherwise, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. So let me ask you. I told you I asked this to, you know, if I always remember. If you had any advice to anybody that wanted to start a business, whether it be in the personal training or really anything, what would that piece of advice be?
You gotta be fearless, but you gotta, if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. So you gotta.
I like that.
Yeah. If
your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Exactly. Yep. And if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
That is exactly true. I love that one. Yes. So
You've
yeah.
got to go for it. You've got to not be afraid to fail. But yeah, if it's not scaring you, it's not going to work.
Love it. Absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
So, well, Judah, I appreciate the time we spent getting to know you and your gym. And if anybody wants to get a hold of it, it's Pure Workout. And I don't have my glasses on. You'll have to tell me the number.
Yeah, my phone number is 801-971-2702. And we're located in Murray, and I'm pureworkoututah.com as well. You can
Awesome.
find my page that way. And then Facebook is Pure Workout as well. You can always get me on Facebook. It is Pure Workout.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Judah. I appreciate your time, and I want you to have a great weekend.
Same to you.
Take care.
All right, bye.